Welcome back to the Purple Tulip Workshop, where you learn your stitches and stitch to create with love. I'm your host Shipra, and I'll be taking you through a series of videos on different types of stitches and projects. So if you're excited and ready to learn, be sure to subscribe and hit the bell notifications so you never miss when I post a new video. So for today's project, we will be requiring some embroidery threads. I'm using black, white and green is the highlight shade. We will be requiring a darning needle, a locking pin, a cutting scissors, and I'm using a thread hook size of 1.5 mm, which is the same as size 8 in the US. So let's get started. To start off, we're going to use our black thread and we're going to make a magic ring. And within this magic ring, I'm going to be placing in 6 single crochets all the way around. Now for round 2, we are going to be increasing in each stitch. So into the first stitch, I'm going to be placing in 2 single crochets like this. So this is 1 and then this is 2. So this is known as an increase. I'm going to repeat this all the way around. Now I'm going to change the color and I'm going to bring in my highlight shade green, and we're going to change the color in a simple version. So I'm going to just quickly pull onto my black thread, and now into the first stitch I'm going to be doing 1 single crochet, and I'm going to hide the tail ends like this. So that is 1 single crochet, and into the next stitch I'm going to be doing an increase. So that's 2 single crochets into the next stitch while hiding the tail ends. So that's 1 and that's 2. So I'm going to repeat this sequence of doing 1 single crochet and an increase into the next stitch all the way through till the end. So now I'm going to change the color onto white, and I'm going to do it in a simple version. So I'm going to bring this white thread through my green loop like this, and I'm going to pull onto this green thread. There we go. So now moving on to round 4, into the first stitch I'm going to be doing a single crochet like this, And then into the next stitch I'm going to be doing an increase, and before we do that I'm going to just quickly place in my marker for the last stitch. Okay, so now moving on to the next stitch, we're going to be doing an increase, and then we'll be doing a single crochet into the following 2 stitches, and then we're going to be increasing the next stitch, and I'm going to repeat the sequence of doing 2 single crochets and an increase nearly till the second last stitch. So I'm on my last increase of this round. There we go. And now into the last stitch I will be doing a single crochet, and we're going to place in our marker into that last stitch. Now moving on to the next round, I'm going to be doing a single crochet all the way through on each of the stitches. So we're going to be doing 24 single crochets all the way around, and we're going to do that for the next 3 rounds. Now that I've done the 3 rounds of single crochets, we're going to be placing in our reflection stitches. So I've got my yarn in my darning needle, and I'm going to pull the needle through from behind, and then we're going to be skipping 1 stitch, this stitch, and then we're going to place in the needle. So we're going to skip that, and we're going to put the needle into the next stitch, and then bring it through the original stitch like this, and repeat that for another 3 more times. So we're going to have a total of 4 stitches for the reflection effect. Now moving on to round 8, into the first stitch we're going to do a single crochet, and then we're going to be decreasing the next 2 stitches. So we'll be doing an invisible decrease, so put in the hook into the front loops of the next 2 stitches like this, and then pull the yarn through these 2 stitches, and then pull the yarn through. So this is an invisible decrease. And now into the next stitch we're going to be doing a single crochet and another single crochet. So that's 2 single crochets, and then we're going to be doing a decrease, and we're going to repeat the sequence of doing 2 single crochets and a decrease nearly till the end. So it's going to be till the second last stitch over here. So I'm on my last decrease of this round, and now into my last stitch we're going to be placing in a single crochet, and let's place that marker back into the last stitch. Now moving on to round 9, we're going to be doing 1 single crochet and a decrease sequence all the way through till the end. So that's 1 single crochet, and now we're going to decrease the next 2 stitches, and then it's going to be a single crochet and then a decrease. We're just going to repeat that all the way through. So now I want my last decrease of this round. There we go. Let's place our marker back into this loop, and now we're going to be putting in some stuffing into this eyeball. Now moving on to round 10, we're going to be decreasing all the stitches. So we're going to just decrease each of the 2 stitches and make them into one all the way through till the end. Now once all the decreases are done, we're going to just pull onto this loop, and we're going to get hold of my darning needle now and put this tail in through the darning needle, and we're going to weave in the remaining 6 stitches like this. And once all these 6 stitches are woven in, we're going to just pull onto this string and it closes up the hole, and let's just put in a simple knot just to lock this last stitch.